Hey there everyone! So today I'm going to be showing you how I like to clean my makeup brushes, and all you're going to need for this is a brush cleaner, a towel or a paper towel. I like to use a hand towel because I can rewash it and I don't have to throw it away, and some water, or you can use your sink, which I use my sink, which I think is easiest, but I like to use my MAC brush cleaner. I have also tried the Clinique one, which is really nice, and I like it because it has a spray pump, but the MAC one doesn't. But I'm just going through and trying to trial and error to find the best brush cleanser, or the one that I like the best, but both of them seem to do comparably well to me. I'm not sure what the price difference is, so that would be something you could look into, but the Clinique one and the MAC one seem similar to me. So yes, I think it's really important to clean your brushes nice and to take care of them, and then they will last you. If they're nice brushes, they should last you a lifetime. So you shouldn't need to replace any unless you feel like you want to, or something like that, unless they're not very, nice brushes to begin with and you don't take good care of them, then you're going to need to replace them. But if you take care of your brushes and you clean them like you should, then they should last you a while. So I hope you enjoy this video. Okay, so right now I have all of my brushes set out. These are my Chanel brushes. I like to keep them separate because I keep them in a little case that has, sorry that's dirty, little brush holders that I got a set. And the rest of my brushes I just keep here in this little candle holder. So I'm going to pick out all the dirty ones and lay them out, and then I'll show you which ones are dirty before I clean them. So here are all of the brushes that I'm going to clean. First I'm going to clean my Chanel brushes and then set them aside in my thing like I showed you. And then I'm going to clean all these eye brushes, and then I'll move on to some foundation brushes, face brushes, and yeah, like so. So the rest of the brushes that I'm not cleaning are still in here. Some of them have either been like barely lightly used, maybe once, or I haven't used them at all. So I'm actually going to wash that one too. So I will show you how I wash and clean my Chanel brushes. It's not any different than my other ones, and then I'll show you once I put them in there, and then I'll go ahead and show you as I clean the rest of them and what I do with them after that. Okay, so I'm using my MAC brush cleaner today. And I'm just going to keep my water on warm-ish, not too hot and not too cold, just because I don't want it too cold for my hands, but I don't want it too hot for my brushes. Because I like to treat them as I would my hair, and I like to kind of leave a little bit of cool water on them. Okay, so I'm just going to start by rinsing my brush in the water and get a little bit of water on my hand. And I'm going to take just a little bit of brush cleaner in my hand, a little bit goes a long way, and just lightly move my brush around, and you can see on your hand as your brush gets dirtier. This one is an eyeshadow brush, and I've been using kind of a light color with it, so you're not going to see as much as the other ones. And you don't want to be too rough on your brushes because that is just going to destroy them, and you don't want a lot of fallout. And you can see the difference in quality of brushes and how much they fall out compared to other ones. So I just like to run my fingers through it a little bit and then get a little water on my hand and slowly just rinse the brush out. So usually I would just use a towel like that I have my brushes sitting on, but for right now I'm going to show you that I just like to take a towel and lightly just run my brush around in it. Like I said, you don't want to be very rough with this. You want to be extra gentle with your brushes. So I'm just kind of moving it around, and once I see it starting to get a little bit dry, I'm going to just kind of shape it to how I want it. This is just kind of a flat shader brush, so I'm going to do that and leave it like that. Now for my Chanel brushes, I keep them in this little container that says Chanel. I only have 5 brushes. Sorry, this is a bit dirty, but I got them for Christmas and I want to keep them in good shape. So I'm just going to place it back into the container with all the other ones, which there aren't any yet, but I'm just going to place it back into the container, as you can see, and let it dry in here versus the other ones I'm just going to lay on my counter. So now I'm going to go ahead and clean the rest of my Chanel brushes and show you, I'll slow it down and show you the finished product once I'm done. Okay, so now I'm done with my Chanel brushes, and you can see how I like to keep them in here and just how I like to let them sit and dry like this. I think it's great. I know that I think Sigma makes a brush kit for cleaning that you can buy, and just it'll hold different brushes so that when they dry, the hair on the end or whatever it is on the end will hold a certain shape. So those are great to have, but I don't have one of them. Okay, so next I'm going to be cleaning my eye brushes. Okay, so now I'm all done, and these are my brushes, and you can see that they're clean now and they're a little bit fluffy, but I just like to shape them, and then in the morning they'll be just fine. So these are all the ones that I cleaned. These ones, I found that this one is stained from my Makeup Forever HD foundation, and I had a really hard time getting that foundation out of my brush. So I don't know. But anyways, this is what they look like when they're all clean. I leave them sitting on a towel, and any other time I wouldn't have used the rag. I would have just used like the corner of the towel to dry my brushes off, and then leave them on the towel overnight, and then in the morning they will be dry and you can use them again. Okay, so that's all for cleaning my brushes. That's how I like to do it. I just like to get them wet, clean them with the brush cleanser, rinse them, dry them, and shape them, and then I lay them out to sit overnight. When I wake up in the morning, most of the brushes are dry. Of course, the bigger ones aren't going to be completely fully dry yet, but you know how that goes. Anyway, so I hope you enjoyed this little how-to on how I like to clean my brushes. Let me know what you think below. If you have a favorite brush cleanser or cleaner that you like to use, be sure to let me know what it is down below in the comments, because I would love to try new brush cleansers out. I'm not really for sure how many makeup companies actually provide you with brush cleaners. Probably all, I don't know. That's a good question. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will talk to you very soon. Thank you for watching. Bye guys.